Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again. I'm here to review The Card Counter. And now, first off, I'd like to say I really wanted to like this movie. And also, I'm still coming off of a cold, so keep that in mind, or else I would sound a lot better than I do. So, this stars Oscar Isaac, and he's one of my favorite actors. You got the guy from Ready Player One. He's pretty good. You got Tiffany Haddish. We'll talk about her. She's kind of goofy. And then you got Willem Dafoe. So this is an all-star cast. There really isn't any room for error in terms of acting, I should say. I know that that's kind of a jackass thing to say. There isn't any room for error. I don't mean it like that. I just mean like, how could you go wrong with an amazing cast like that? Well, we'll see. This movie was made by the guy who wrote Taxi Driver. He wrote and directed this one, and you can definitely tell. It feels like Taxi Driver Part 2. The only difference is this movie feels like Taxi Driver, but without all the good stuff in it. So, all the good stuff from the movie, Taxi Driver, if you guys like that movie. Because I know there are some people who don't, and I think it's kind of overrated, honestly. But, all the good stuff from that, throw it out, and you have this movie. And it's all about counting cards, and that's all I'll say. Because I want to get into spoilers. And so I'll just say a couple little more spoiler free things and then I'll talk about the spoilers. So, this movie, it was very meditative. It was another pensive type of movie, like Pig, Pig with Nicolas Cage. It was very slow, and the music sort of just washes over you and forces you to get into this weird mood the whole movie. And I was kind of waiting for something to happen, honestly. Like, I thought that, there's a lot of movies, and you just wait and wait and wait and wait, and nothing happens. And that's what this movie is. This movie is 2 hours of. It's a slog. And it's unfortunate because it's very well shot. It's got some great it's got some great cinematography. It looks like a movie that was shot in the 70s, like Taxi Driver. It has shots that are like straight out of Taxi Driver. Um, but the story is just trash. And then you got the characters who are trash too. I mean, these are some very weird characters. You have Oscar Isaac. Now, first off, Oscar Isaac is the best part about this movie. He really is the best thing. He just everything is worse than him in this movie. He gives a great performance, given the trash script that he was given. Then you got the kid from Ready Player One. He's pretty good, as I said, but his character is really kind of weird. He doesn't really make that much sense, and yeah, just not a great character at all. It's supposed to be sort of this, you know, they're supposed to play off of each other, and they don't play off at all. I mean, he's so white bread boring. Like, he's just not interesting. And then you got Tiffany Haddish, and she's goofy. She's very unrealistic. She's kind of like a weird, like, fairy tale character. Like, she's fine. I mean, she's not bad, but she just doesn't fit in like the kid. Neither of them fit in with Oscar Isaac, who, I know that they're kind of trying to do that because he's this outcast character, and they're trying to make a point that he doesn't fit in, and he sticks out, but I don't care. It really trash. So nothing really happens in this movie. A lot of people are going to say that, and a lot of people are right because nothing really does happen. There's lots of scenes where stuff could happen and it doesn't. And it just feels like what? And I was just waiting. I wanted this movie to be good so bad. Like, if this movie had a good last 15 minutes, I might have given this a better grade. But honestly, the ending was so trash, it made me just want to rant. It made me want to make a rant, even though I'm sick still. That's how bad the ending was. The ending was so trash, it made the entire movie feel pointless. And it made no sense. It was just completely out of nowhere. It wasn't satisfying. It was just, ugh, oh, ugh. But then again, I didn't like the ending for Taxi Driver either. I mean, I liked the last part of Taxi Driver, but I didn't like the very ending, if you know what I mean. Like the last shot, the last scene. Uh, with this, it's like the whole last part is, oh, oh. Like, what were they thinking? It's not good. It just it's so nonsensical and confusing. Like, what am I supposed to like here? What am I supposed to be entertained by? What is this supposed to be saying? Like, is this just like some message? Like, is this trying to make a point? It's just so bad. And there's all this messaging throughout the movie, which is fine because the messaging is good, but none of it really has a point in the story at all. Like, you could take out him being a military interrogator, and it literally wouldn't affect the plot at all. Like, you could still have him be a criminal and have him know how to do criminal things without being an interrogator. So I just thought that that was completely pointless. Oh God. And then the whole thing with like he wants, oh, okay. See how much I want to talk about spoilers. I was really disappointed by this movie, but I would still say that you should check it out when it comes out for free, like on Netflix or something, for Oscar Isaac's performance. But other than that, stay the hell away from this bad movie. This terribly disappointing movie that goes nowhere, it does nothing, it says nothing, it just is. So my rating is actually exactly what I ate while watching the movie. It was really funny because the food that I was eating was literally a direct reflection of the movie. And what I ate was I had a smokehouse combo from Chili's with a jalapeno cheddar sausage, ribs with original sauce, fries, and street corn. And it was so bad. It was so mediocre. It did not feel like a great meal. You had the fries and the street corn, which are amazing. That would be like Oscar Isaac right there. I mean, whenever you get those things from Chili's, you always know that they're going to be good. And then the ribs is the weird plot because the meat in the ribs just tasted weird. It had this weird texture and like it was it was so weird. It was like mystery meat, and like chewing it like just kept chewing a million times. Oh, I was just waiting like for something to be good in those ribs. There was a little tiny good part where it was crispy, but I guess that's the beginning of the movie. And then the sausage is the side characters. And the sausage was good, but it was kind of like over the top salty, just too much and like kind of it doesn't fit in. That's Tiffany Haddish. That's fucking Ready Player One kid, and that's Willem Dafoe, kinda. So that's what I would rate this movie. It was a smokehouse combo from Chili's. I swear to God, if you get this meal and you watch this movie at the same time, you're going to be thinking that is the same thing. Like, I am eating the movie on my plate. That's how bad it is. And so it's unfortunate too because I was really looking forward to it. I really, what is this? I guess I just shouldn't expect any movie to be good anymore at all. Like, even my own movies. Like, maybe I'll make a movie and, well, I am making a movie, but maybe I'll make a movie and then I'll watch it and I'll be like, what the fuck was that? And and even I'll be disappointed. That's the state where we're at with movies. Like, we just have nothing good coming out. It's just a complete and utter shit show, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with SJWs and SJW Hollywood, and how they, if they gave more movies like this a chance, then there would be one of them like this that's good. And so we would have all these original ideas, we would have all these great movies, but no, we gotta have these Marvel movies, all that shit. That's just unfortunate. So let's talk about spoilers. He did not need to be a military interrogator to know how to interrogate, because you could literally just change all of that to, like, he got out of the military and he served in the military and he had PTSD from that, and then he became a criminal because of that, and then he had a criminal boss, and all that crap. You literally could have changed all of that and it wouldn't have made a difference. And I know some people are going to say, yes, it would have. But I'm telling you, if you really think about it, you could change all of that and it wouldn't matter. So it was really pointless. There was this whole forced romance between Tiffany Haddish and Oscar Isaac. It did not work at all. It was completely out of nowhere and complete weird. It was weird. It was really, really weird. you know, there's like this whole sequence where they walk through this like light show park, and it was like the weirdest thing. And it was like, God, when's something gonna happen? Like, I thought this was supposed to be a gambling movie. Why is it that they make these fucking gambling movies where they don't have fucking gambling going on? I mean, he plays gambling sometimes, but a lot of the times they shoot it in like this artsy way, to where like they rush through it and then you don't really get the effect of the game, because really the games aren't that interesting that they planned out. There was one really good scene that I liked, where he was in a restaurant with the kid, and he was telling the kid about the greatest poker game ever played. I thought that was a really good scene. I wanted more of that. The kid, he was just really confusing. He wanted to kill Willem Dafoe because Willem Dafoe was the boss in the military, and Willem Dafoe, uh, he ordered around Oscar Isaac, and he ordered around the kid's dad, and the kid's dad was abusive, and then he killed himself. So the kid wants to torture and kill Willem Dafoe. And like, okay, that sounds pretty good. Like, there could be this like, cool final 15 minutes where, I don't know, like they have to do it and play a poker game at the same time. But then we get to that point and something like that happens, but Oscar Isaac leaves his poker game and doesn't even finish it. And then he kills Willem Dafoe off screen, and then he goes to jail, and that's it. What a completely fucking stupid ending. What a waste of time. What a waste of 2 hours. Why the hell did I watch that? Like, what a waste. What a waste. Complete garbage. So I would not recommend this movie. I mean, if you guys like something in that movie, there's things to like here and there, I guess. Nothing happened. Nothing ever amounted to anything. It was all just stuff happening on this, like, really boring, like, just, okay, that happened, and then that happened, and, none of it's really exciting. None of it's really, like, it was very frustrating. And it was a waste of 2 hours. So, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, tell me what you thought about the movie. Honestly, Pig was a much better movie, even though Pig had way less dialogue. It had a better plot. It was a better movie. This movie had more dialogue, but was worse somehow. So I thought that was interesting. And then please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more movie reviews in the future. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.